Held a pitch football. With me, I've got Brentford fan George. We've just witnessed the game, 2-0 win over Burnley. Yep. George, give me your assessment and breakdown of the match. How do you assess that?
I thought, to be fair, I thought it was pretty poor. It's a moment of class by Erickson, and obviously the Tony penalty. But I thought we weren't the best. We were, it's a complete contrast to Norwich, where we pretty much smashed them, and Burnley was pretty poor. And we got the win, and that's all that matters. But A
little bit underwhelmed by the performance today, I take it.
I think, I'm glad we've changed the system, because we normally play a 3 at the back, but we've changed to the 4 at the back, and it works because obviously we've won. But again, I'm not, it was sloppy at times, and it was.
A lot of people have been heaping praise on Christian Eriksen since he joined Brentford. He got an assist today for Tony for the second goal. What are your thoughts on Eriksen at the moment?
Absolutely class. I mean, if it wasn't for what happened at the Euros, he'd still be playing for Inter Milan. So for him to a world-class player to be at Brentford, and he showed it today, and it's just incredible. Yeah.
Absolute top player. I know he's very fortunate still to be playing, so you must be even more fortunate to watch him week in, week out.
Yeah, I know, it's an honour. I never think thought I'd be saying Eriksen playing for Brentford, and just to see it, it's amazing, and I can't believe it. And he showed it today, and he showed it against Norwich that he is still, for me, one of the best midfielders in world football.
Now you've got a huge run of games coming up, very tough. Yeah. Looking at today, you really needed to get the win. Do you think that can give you the momentum to stay in the Premier League this season, George?
Yeah, I think Norwich and Burnley were must-wins considering who we've got left. We've still got Manchester United at Old Trafford. We've got to go to Leicester. Is it next week or something like that?
Leicester's next game.
Yeah, so that's again. I wouldn't say it's a must-win, but it's quite a bit.
Old Trafford coming up, Chelsea coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough run of fixtures, but I think. I think today was a must-win. And now we've got the win, I think I can sort of start relaxing. But we've got the momentum now, and we've got to carry that on. There's no point in winning today and then going losing next week, because it just stops the run of form. And
Quite finally, who will be the 3 teams to go down out the Premier League this season, in your opinion, George? This is your big moment, your breakdown. We're gonna quote this.
Norwich, definitely. I think Watford, definitely. Under Roy Hodgson, they haven't really improved, and that third spot, for me, it's between Leeds and Burnley.
Must press you on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Leeds. I think Sean Dyche always finds a way to stay up, and I think he'll do it again this season.
One thing I will say about Burnley is they're very seasoned at this sort of relegation at this time of the season. So I think you sort of underestimated their capability to get something today a little bit.
I mean, like I said, Sean Dyche always finds a way, and they're so used to this. They're so used to finding points from somewhere, finding wins from somewhere, and they always do it, and that's why they've been here for so long. And I think they'll do it again. I don't know how, and I don't know. They'll do it. They'll do it.
Held a pitch football. We just witnessed Brentford's 2-0 win over Burnley. Boys, how pleased are you? Talk me through it a little bit.
Very pleased. Oh, the bees! Over the moon, mate. Over the moon, honestly.
What did you think when Tony's goal went in? What went through your mind?
Mate, I went down in the Rover front. I was off my nut. I just fucking... Oh, mate, honestly, I can't even speak. Up the bees!
Before I let you go, let's talk about Erickson. How good has he been? How important has he been to the team?
We missed him, honestly. We need him. Quality player. Always has
keep us up for the season.
Exactly.
Big 6-pointer today. You've come away with the 3 points. Does that give you the momentum to stay up this season?
100%, mate. Honestly, we're staying up. Bees, staying up. Exactly what we needed.
You saw Burnley today. What do you reckon about them? Can they stay up?
Nah, they're going down, mate. They're going down. Burnley are down. Bees up, Burnley down. That's how it goes.
Who else is going down?
Newcastle.
Definitely not Newcastle. Come on, the tune. Come on.
Held a pitch football. We just witnessed an absolute stormer of a game. Brentford 6-point relegation clash. 2-0 win over Burnley. Talk me through it, sir.
Well, we're definitely staying up after that. Ivan Toney, what a diamond. 2 goals, 5 goals in the last 2 games. What a cross from Christian Eriksen for the first goal. We're ecstatic. We are staying up.
Now, let's talk a little bit about Christian Eriksen. How big has his impact been since he joined the club? Take one step back, sir. How big has his impact been on Eriksen since he joined the club?
We can all see that he's not firing on all cylinders yet. I'd say he's playing at about 70% of his full capacity, but he's a world-class player, so he's just got it. He's got that bit of magic that is going to keep us in the Premiership.
6-pointer, big win today. You saw Burnley. Do you think Burnley will be staying up or will they be going down?
Unfortunately, I think they're going to be one of the three that's going to drop, with Norwich and one other. But
I've got to press you on this. Who's the one over in your opinion?
I reckon it'll be Everton. Everton.
Huge club if Everton are to drop out of the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, Big Frank ain't really made that much of a difference, and I think that they're going down.
Big job for anyone, let alone Frank coming in. They was in a lot of trouble when he joined the club with Agent Rafa having departed. I mean, Frank, his reputation taking a big blow with this?
I was surprised he took the job because it looked like it was going to take a Herculean effort to make them stay up. So I just thought, surprised he took it, and obviously, you know what I mean, we can see what's happening, so hopefully Frank will be back as a pundit.
Let's talk a little bit about one of Frank's old clubs in Chelsea. All kinds of mayhem going on at Stamford Bridge at the moment. How do you assess it? What do you see going on?
Well, it's a difficult one to call. If they make him lose the club, then somebody else has got to come in and take over. So we'll wait and see what happens with that one.
Worrying time for Chelsea fans?
I would have thought so. I don't know what do you do next.
It's a tough one, isn't it? You're not going to get an owner like him. It's like the Willy Wonka of owners, isn't it?
Absolutely. So we'll see where Chelsea go from there. They should have stuck to our Moneyball plan.
Held a pitch football. We just witnessed Brentford's 2-0 win over Burnley. Can you talk me through the match, sir? Give me your instant reaction.
It was a pretty worrying game, to be honest. It was 50-50 for a long while. They hit the bar, were very unlucky, really, and we were still at 0-0. And then, quite unexpectedly, in the area I was in, we scored and then got a second one. And I think we were all stunned and delighted.
Who changed the game for you today? What was that moment that pushed the game in Brentford's favour?
Be honest with you, might seem a bit corny, but I do think Erickson has a calming effect on them. He's got a lot of experience and he never loses the ball.
He's got that little bit of class and quality as well to find the openings, doesn't he?
Reminds me a bit of myself when I was playing.
Love that.
Oaks Grove United, that was.
Love that. Now, let's talk a little bit about Brentford. Big win today. Do you think that's enough to keep them in the league? Tough run of games coming up to look at.
I'd have thought the sheer confidence that it's given us.
The momentum.
We have got a good side there. I think we lack one or two Premier Division standards, but a lot of the teams very good, and they're going to be hard to score against.
I'll make you right.
Do you agree with that?
I'll make you right. No, I think you're right. I think they've shown a great improvement.
I do think we need a striker and a Rashford to do us, actually. Rashford.
Interesting.
He don't look very happy at United.
Interesting, very interesting. Let's talk a little bit about Burnley. You watched them today. Do you think they'll avoid the drop this season?
I think they're very much as we were when Tony was out. We had quite a few injuries and things, and we didn't have Eriksen, who I think probably had a big effect in the dressing room. I might be wrong. Who knows? But I think perhaps he's helping them grow up a bit. You know, they've never been in the Premier before. He's got wealth of experience. Wonderful player. Quietly good, isn't he?
Now, I want to cast your mind over to West London or South West London. How do you assess what's going on with Chelsea at the moment? What do you think about what's going on at Chelsea at the moment?
I'm disgusted what's going on in the Ukraine. I think the rest of the world's been so weak. I would slaughter Putin if I had my view. Unfortunately, there's a big scare if we did that. But I now realise what the oligarchs, or what they're called, Abramovich, I don't think I know what he did, and I know why he did it.
Do you think other Premier League owners should be worried in the future when it comes to past misdemeanours in their life and personal business?
I hope they're not all in that position. I mean, I hope there's some decency left in this country. He's the oddball, and I think we all probably knew deep down. He never made any public appearances, did he? He never went on chat shows, talked about Chelsea. He was
quite a strange business model as well when you think about it.
I think it was a cover, really, for all of the dark side of his position, because he was one of Putin's right-hand men.
Now, we saw Gary Neville publicly say today that there should be a fit and proper test, if you like, for football club owners and chairmen. What are your thoughts on that, sir?
I agree with that. I mean, or all businesses. I mean, how can you keep a check on all business? I'm an accountant, and who can check on all the details of all the people? I mean, my owners have dealt with small companies, but I mean, it's very complicated business, forming a company, investing in masses of money.
Held a pitch football, we've just witnessed Brentford's 1-0 win over Burnley. Massive win for Brentford. Talk me through it, sir.
Basically, we needed not to lose today, and thank God we scored a goal, so I think we're staying up.
Love that. You've got such a tough run of games coming up at the moment, so it must be satisfying to get this win.
We needed to get this win, to get the points on the table. Burnley are 6 points behind us, 9 points behind us, I think. Yeah.
Real 6-pointer today.
Yeah, it was. So I'm hoping we're going to continue in this league.
Do you think Burnley will go down?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're Neanderthals, and I just missed a train.
So you've missed a train, you can give me one more minute. Who do you think will go down with Burnley this year, sir?
Definitely Norwich. I don't know who the other one would be, really, but definitely Norwich. Norwich, yeah. That's a shame, but because I like Dean Smith as well. He was good here, but it's an impossible task he was given, really. So, and they like to take their money as they go down and then come back up and then go down and come. We don't want to do any of that. We want to stay here. So.
Held a pitch football, we've just witnessed Brentford's 1-0 win over Burnley. Sir, can you give me your instant reaction to the game?
Fantastic that they pulled it round, because Burnley were the better team, and how they got them 2 goals right at the death was amazing.
What does it mean to you as a Brentford fan in this relegation 6-pointer to get the win?
I think now they're going to stay up. If it had been a draw or a defeat, I think they might have gone down, but with this win now, I think they're definitely going to stay up.
Season-defining moment?
Yeah, definitely. Them last 5 minutes were unbelievable.
Let's talk a little bit about Christian Eriksen. What impact has he had since he's come to Brentford?
I didn't think he had a particularly good game. He made 3 or 4 good passes, but he's not the be-alls and end-alls. I think the whole team spirit is what it's all about, and Brentford will definitely stay up now that they've got that win.
You saw Burnley up close today. Do you think Burnley will be going down?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. They're not a bad team, but I think Everton and Leeds are big clubs, and I think they'll stay up.
Love that. Give me your thoughts on the Chelsea situation regarding Roman Abramovich as it stands.
Yeah, I dislike Chelsea, but I'd love Chelsea to be a proper football club. They need to stay in the Premiership, and it'll be heartbreaking for every football fan if Chelsea go out of business. Yeah, because Chelsea's a wonderful football club with the culture and everything that they bring to the Premiership, and it would be wonderful if that football club could just stay together, and the fans and everything. I feel sorry for the Chelsea football fans, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Held a pitch football, just witnessed Brentford's 2-0 win over Burnley. Firstly, how are you feeling? Give me your reaction to the game.
It's excellent. We really deserved it, and we kept going to the full 90 minutes.
Big 6-pointer in the relegation battle today. Are you confident now Brentford can stay in the Premier League?
Oh, most definitely now. We will stay up, most definitely. I look forward to coming back here to see Premiership football next year.
Burnley, do you think they'll be as lucky as Brentford, or do you think their time in the Premier League's done for this year?
No, I think they're still okay, although I can't see how they're scoring goals, but they defend well. That's about it. They do lump it about, don't they?
Let's talk lastly about Christian Eriksen. What's his impact been like since he's joined Brentford? Excuse me.
Well, he set up the first goal. So, last week he set up the first goal. He's worth his weight in gold, isn't it? He's worth our Premiership lifeline.
Do you reckon he's that bit of class, that bit of quality that you needed to give the spark for Tony and the other boys to score goals?
I do. I think he's a proven man. He'll be in the World Cup in Qatar, won't he? This will be a good stepping stone. Whether or not he's with us next season, I really doubt.
Please, though, as a Brentford fan, to have him as a moment.
Oh, Christ, yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Held a Pitch Football just witnessed Brentford's 2-0 win over Burnley. Sir, give me your instant reaction to the game. How do you assess that?
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Brentford. We are staying up.
Love that. Big 6-point clash for the relegation. Now, how confident are you after this result Brentford are going to be in the Premier League next year?
Yes, we are going to do it now. Erickson's cross for the second goal. Well, absolutely wonderful first goal. Can't fault it. It's a shame for Dyke, but I'm sorry about that.
Let's talk a little bit about Christian Eriksen. How important has he been to this Brentford team and system since he joined?
He's something special. The crosses he keeps bringing over, and Ivan Toney was on the end of that one.
Ivan Toney, his goals have been invaluable for you this season.
Yes, and the penalties, of course. Indeed. He hasn't missed one.
Indeed.
I think it's about 19, can't be sure. We move on.
Having watched Burnley today and watching the rest of the table, do you think they'll go down? Do you think they'll be safe? What are your thoughts on it?
Well, if I was Greg Dyke, Sean Dyke, I'd be really amazed that they played quite well. Be a bit sick, but football's football.
Held a Pitch Football, we just witnessed Brentford's 2-0 win over Burnley. With me, I've got some keen Burnley fans. Is that right, Burnley or Brentford?
Brentford fans.
I'm only playing with you, lads. I know you're Brentford fans. Give me your instant reaction.
A little sloppy time to time, but good result at the end. Good result.
Pressure on the club today. 6-point relegation battle. How do you think the boys handled it?
Very good, very good. I think they did extremely well, and yeah, congratulations. Let's go, Brentford!
Now let's talk a little bit about some of the players today. Ivan Toney, for you, how good is he?
Ivan Toney's a very good player. He didn't play his best, but he got 2 goals, and yeah, very good play. Very good performance from him.
Assist for Erickson as well. Has he been the spark that's been provided and needed for Brentford this season?
Yeah, Eriksen, he's a class player. He's played all around the world in Inter, Tottenham, so he's a class player. So it was obviously a good addition to Brentford, and yeah.
Do you think this result now puts Brentford safe in the Premier League? Do you think it's that big of a result for them?
It's a big result, but not necessarily safe because Leeds and other teams and Burnley are still close to them as well. But they're gonna. I think they will stay out this season.
Must be massive for morale, though.
Yeah, good, very good result for the morale team.
Who do you think's going down this season, having watched Burnley today?
Norwich for sure, and Watford, and either Burnley or Leeds, because Leeds are dropping a lot of points, losing a lot of results lately. So,
may I ask your opinion on what's going on at Chelsea at the moment?
Oh, I'm actually like a Chelsea fan, but so I don't really know. I don't think it's really fair on the club. I think it's really unfair because Abramovich is the one doing the stuff and then we're getting sanctioned for it. But I don't know what's going to happen with the club. I don't know what the new owner's going to be like, but hopefully it all resolves very soon.
Was you always worried as a Chelsea fan that the bubble could burst in the way that it has?
I wasn't necessarily worried. I didn't think it would burst how it is, but that's just life, and hopefully it happens soon.
Held a Pitch Football, we've just witnessed Brentford's 1-0 win over Burnley. Can you give me your instant reaction to the game, sir?
Fantastic. Considering it's a kid's first game, to see a win, I think there's another goal I can just hear in the background. I'm not sure who that's going to be, but we'll find that out in a minute.
How did Brentford play today for yourself?
Do you know what? Really well. I feel that actually there was, didn't know who it was actually going to go because first half it was 0-0. Second half we scored a goal just now. I don't know who's just scored, but let's hope it's Brentford.
Are you confident now with the games coming up that Brentford can stay in the Premier League this year?
I hope so. We've got a season ticket. Hope to sort of renew it next year. To be perfectly honest, I'm a Tottenham supporter, but here to support Brentford because the family does as well. Because
you might have more chance of getting a trophy here at Brentford anyway, sir, to be honest.
That's very true. This is kids' first games. How did you find it?
Good.
Love that.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna come again?
I was going to ask you that. Will you come watch Brentford again?
Yes.
Love that energy and enthusiasm. Quite finally, how good has Christian Eriksen been since joining Brentford, in your opinion?
Considering he used to play with Spurs back ago, I'm very pleased, and I think they'd really missed him actually as well. It's nice to see him.
Held a Pitch Football. We're outside Brentford Stadium. We've just witnessed a 1-1 draw with Burnley. Can you give me your instant reaction to the game, sir?
It was even all throughout the game, and basically Brentford looked like they were going to win it completely, and then then Brentford scored. Toney got a fantastic goal, and that was it basically from a Brentford point of view. I missed the Burnley goal, but So.
Quite disappointing for Brentford at this time. At home, should you be picking up points against Burnley?
I think so. Yeah, we should have done basically. A few opportunities. Brian was doing excellent as well, and unfortunately he didn't manage to get a goal. But I thought he would have done. But yeah, that's it.
How do you measure Christian Eriksen's impact at Brentford so far?
He's obviously had an impact. He hasn't had this is his second full game. And it's still early days, I think, but I think he will actually give us a lot more up front. Yeah.
Looking at Brentford's run of fixtures, some really tough games coming up. Are you confident that you can maintain your place in the Premier League this season?
Yes, yeah. I think Christian will now start playing a bit more. He'll have more input, and therefore Brentford will they'll stay where they are. They won't go too far up, but they won't go down. They won't go down.
Quite finally, who do you think will go down this season?
Norwich, yeah, and possibly Burnley. I don't know. Yeah,
but anyone else? Last one?
No, I'm not going to say another one.